Hi, my name is Anthony Turner from the Small Business Institute, and today my guest is John McDonald from AusIndustry. John, thank you again for your time today.
My pleasure, Anthony.
John, what I'd like to talk about just briefly today is a particular program that AusIndustry is running, which is the Industry Skills Fund.
Yes.
Because this is one, as I understand it, which is really about any small business or any business, I guess, who is actually looking to grow and expand their business. Mm-hmm. And there is some very generous funding that is potentially available, up to 75% of the cost of actually that growth. I was just wondering if you could explain a little bit more about what the Industry Skills Fund is about and who might be eligible for it.
Sure, thanks Anthony. Before I answer that directly,
sure,
let me put the Industry Skills Fund in context.
Sure.
The Australian government is looking to foster not just business growth, but the growth of smart, innovative, internationally competitive businesses.
Mm-hmm.
If Australia is going to succeed in future, we've got to create more of those businesses, or allow more of those businesses to come to the surface, to nurture them, if you like, and succeed.
Sure.
Now, we have a number of programs that help businesses succeed, but if you think about any organisation, it's often said that its greatest asset are its staff.
Yes.
Well, what better way to build your assets, to enhance your growth, than to invest in staff development, training and so on. And you would expect any business to do that as a matter of course.
Sure.
What the Industry Skills Fund does is provide specific assistance to businesses that are looking to move into new markets.
Okay.
Or to create new opportunities. So not necessarily business as usual.
Right, yes.
The Industry Skills Fund wouldn't necessarily fund, for example, OH&S training for staff who do manual handling work as part of their role.
Yes.
But if the company was moving into a new field, new product development, new opportunities, new growth,
yes,
that they weren't involved in previously, or could see that they needed to skill up in order to tackle those opportunities, that's where the Industry Skills Fund can come in.
Okay.
So it's available for micro businesses, very small businesses. You don't need to be a large business at all. In fact, its key target area, I should say, would be the SME market, small, medium-sized enterprises.
Okay. Yep.
And the form of assistance comes in two ways. Firstly, we have skilled, professional, skilled advisors who will come in, look at the business and provide an independent assessment of the situation, sit down with the company and get a real understanding of what the company is trying to do.
Sure.
That skills advisor is then in a position to say, okay, you want to go here, based on my experience, some of the training opportunities or best forms of training might be this, this and this.
Okay, yep.
The second area of assistance is in the funding of some of those recommended areas. So if those recommendations are accepted by the company,
yes,
and they decide to proceed, and it's all assessed as acceptable, then depending on the number of employees in the organisation, as you rightly say, the co-investment from the company can be as low as 25% for only a few employees.
Right.
But if the company, say, has, I think it's around 200 employees, then we would ask the company, which obviously it's a more stable organisation, it has more resources at its disposal, we'd ask the company to fund up to 75% of the cost of that training.
Right.
to meet that need, to help that company go to the next level.
Fabulous.
So it's a fantastic resource, and as I say, the two forms of assistance go hand in glove, and we're getting some great feedback and some great stories from the companies themselves, who are now able to open up new markets.
Sure. So if businesses are actually, who may be listening or watching this video, are thinking of growing their business and developing it, and therefore need to train their staff to and upskill their staff for that growth, where would they go to get some information about this, John?
First and easiest place
Yep.
is business.gov.au.
Okay.
It's the government's premier portal for business advice and assistance and business programs.
Yes.
The name of the program is Industry Skills Fund.
Yes.
You'll probably see it on the splash page, but in the search function on the home page, just put in Industry Skills Fund. Up will come that page. It will have the fact sheets, it will have information, and it will have the contacts for where you can go to register your interest for the fund.
Fabulous. And look, using business.gov.au is a joy these days compared to what it used to be in the past, and many other government websites where they seem to hide all the good information, whereas business.gov.au really has made a big effort to actually make information readily accessible. And for those of the people who are not necessarily looking for the Industry Skills Fund, but looking for other resources like apps for business plans and all sorts of information and everything else, I mean, can only recommend the site because it's a good resource for people to use.
It's a very comprehensive site.
It is.
We're continually working to upgrade it. That process is happening right now.
Yep.
And we hope that businesses will look at that site, even no matter where they are in Australia, whether
Yes.
they're in a regional location or a capital city, whatever state and territory, there's information there from the Australian government, business.gov.au, and that's backed up and supported by a contact line, 13 28 46, where we've trained and skilled operators who can answer questions that the website may not have
Yep.
all of the answers that you're
Yep.
looking for. Then we can go back into the website and put those answers there
Sure.
for future reference. But there's case studies, there's templates, there's applications forms.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll find what you're looking for at business.gov.au.
John, thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks, Anthony.